My friends Sue and I were walking across a fancy artsy crosswalk at the mall. At the perpendicular ramp where the crosswalk meets the sidewalk, my foot caught something and I fell. Oh, don't worry, it was just a little fall. But Sue asked, "What happened? Why did you fall?" I don't know. We looked for a hazard and we couldn't see anything. And then we noticed that beautiful, wide, artsy crosswalk camouflaged the narrowness of the ramp's opening. Prioritizing art and aesthetics over safety and accessibility made that crosswalk unsafe and therefore inaccessible. According to the 2022 Canadian Survey on Disability, 1 in 10 Canadians over the age of 15 has a mobility disability. And that jumps to 1 in 4 over the age of 65. Being disabled is not tragic. But what is tragic is the everyday inaccessibility that most people don't even notice. I promise you will notice, because awareness is like having a song stuck in your head, except it doesn't fade away. Awareness gets louder and louder. Disability is not the problem. Inaccessibility is. And when we change our perspective, we have the power to change our world and make it accessible. Mobility issues can strike at any age. I used to be able to hop, twirl, and ride escalators. But when I was 55, I was diagnosed with a severe case of the wobbles. Specifically, inclusion body myositis. That doesn't sound like any fun. I'm sticking with the wobbles. Today, escalators and crosswalks terrify me. There's never enough time. It takes me 11 seconds to cross just 2 lanes of traffic. I have 3 speeds: slow, slower, and slowest. And to the untrained eye, they all look the same. I can't jump not even 1 inch. And I can't step up on a curb or a stair with a standard 6-inch riser without a railing. In a chair without armrests, or a toilet without grab bars is also inaccessible. Heavy doors and doorknobs are inaccessible. And trust me, being stuck on the wrong side of a washroom door is never any fun. There are some advantages. I love the extra wide parking spots. Now it only takes me 3, sometimes 4 attempts to park. And I have some very cool toys. I have an adult tricycle. These sticks have shock absorbers. And I have a shower chair. Woohoo! Canada passed the Accessible Canada Act. And when I read their overarching goal was a barrier-free, fully accessible Canada, I was thrilled. Until I read the small print. By January 1st, 2040, I'll be 80. My sticks, they already need helpers. Don't shoot the messenger. It gets worse. The law mandates the creation of committees. Don't judge. I volunteered to be in one of those committees. I was tired of waiting and I thought it would be fun. Spoiler alert, committees are not fun. So I decided, forget committees, forget waiting. I'm going rogue. Going rogue means noticing a problem and acting now. Rogue does not wait for committees or laws. Sometimes going rogue means making sure you tell the right person. I went rogue and I went to the mall. I told the associate at guest services that those beautiful, wide, artsy crosswalks were not safe and therefore they were inaccessible. The associate yawned, slid me a form to fill out, and told me a manager would phone me the next day. Surprise, I'm still waiting. Sue, on the other hand, went rogue and told her sister Pat. Pat went out to her community and took photos of the crosswalks. Then she uploaded those photos to City Hall, and today every crosswalk in Pat's community is safe and accessible. Sue told the right person. She told Pat, the mayor of Port Hardy. Sometimes going rogue means being bold. We were crossing a large, busy intersection in Albania. The cars turning right were starting to encroach on the crosswalk. My sister Shelley freaked out and started to scream the countdown timer numbers. 10, 9, 8. Really, it was my cue to go faster. But I was already wobbling as fast as I could. I was going slow. Stan, my brother-in-law, went rogue. He stuck out his hand like a scrappy traffic cop. And then he glared down the drivers. His face said, "Go ahead, make my day." When we got to the other side, the Albanians clapped and cheered for us. Stan's boldness turned that dangerous situation into one of my favorite holiday memories. And sometimes going rogue means noticing the small problems that have a big impact. My friend Rochelle noticed the seniors were struggling to cross 4 lanes of traffic to get to the senior center. So she went rogue and contacted the city. They changed the crosswalk timer from 15 seconds to 23 seconds. Those 8 seconds made that crosswalk safe for everyone. And sometimes going rogue means helping out a stranger. This summer, we were at the Coliseum for a concert. When I looked up and saw the steep stairs with 8.5-inch risers and no railings, I froze. I turned to Stan. I can't do this. Stan said, "We can." And then the house lights went off. Total darkness. I leaned over and tried to find the back of the chair in the first row. The woman sitting there went rogue. She grabbed my hand and placed it on her armrest. And then with her other hand, she guided me up the stairs. When our heads were level, she whispered, "You can do it." And then the man behind her went rogue. He turned on his flashlight. I looked up to thank him, and I saw everyone in the aisle seats going rogue. One by one, they turned on their flashlights. A runway of lights guided us up the stairs. I was overwhelmed by the kindness of those strangers. Disability is not the problem. Inaccessibility is. And when we change our perspective, we have the power to change the world and make it accessible. Governments have laws and committees, but a barrier-free world will not come from committees or waiting. Inaccessibility is not a them problem. Inaccessibility is an us problem. And we need to go rogue. And going rogue is about helping one another. So now that you're aware, the next time you notice a barrier, whether it be a loose carpet, a short crosswalk timer, or someone wobbling to get to a door, don't wait, go rogue. Together, we can change the world. Together, we can make it accessible.